everyone. Welcome to this episode of Beyond the Mask. With me today, I have my guest, Mitch.
Hello. Nice to see everyone, or have everyone catch us here.
So, tell me a bit about yourself, Mitch.
Well, born and raised in Minnedosa, Manitoba, and I've lived there my whole life. I'm a musician, singer-songwriter, have a big family, and I'm all about family and my friends, and pretty busy at work between working and singing, playing music. Yeah.
So, what can you tell us in regards to your story when it comes to mental health, trauma, or addictions?
Well, for me, I've dealt with mental health, mental struggles since I was young, since I was a kid, and since I've gotten older, then it's come to the fold, like, more, like I've noticed it more as I've gotten older and come to understand it more. And there's ups and downs with it, like with depression and anxiety and OCD, like it all happens at once, and there's ups and downs to both. But what I've noticed is that, like, I've used that to help with writing songs, and I am more sympathetic, or I can understand other people that have experienced similar things with battling your
demons
thoughts.
or darkness, whatever. Yeah, whatever someone tends to call it. So did you find that music was a huge help in learning to cope and handle triggers and everything else in your experience?
Yeah, definitely. When I'm playing, when I'm singing, then I really can express it when I'm performing, and I can just use that for a positive in that moment. And yeah, I've found that for sure.
So most of your music pertains to your story?
Yeah.
And just kind of that reaching out, kind of telling people you're not alone.
Exactly.
Kind of mentality. So with that being said, what are your views or opinions on the stigma that surrounds mental health, trauma, or addictions?
I think that there shouldn't be a stigma, that it's been too long that it's been pushed down or not taken serious, or denied of even happening. That the mental health, trauma, and addictions, that it's just, you can get up and do something to just make it go away, or just be more happy, or that way of thinking it, where there's much more to it. It's more complicated. And what the best thing people can do is just hear, like, to know that you're being heard is the most important. And just listening, even if you don't understand, can help,
Yeah, it can help you understand what someone or yourself is going through at that point, right?
Yeah, it goes both ways, yeah.
So how do you feel about how society handles these topics?
Well, I found that society, there's the good and the bad. So there's some people there's some topics of conversation in the media that, people will discuss it, and then But in other ways, it's like when people don't take it seriously in the workplace, in school, and it's not taken the same, like, it's not taken as serious as something else, as another physical ailment. When a kid is sick and they need to go home, and you have to, what people have had to do is kind of lie or say they're sick with something else so they could have that rest, that mental rest that you need.
Hiding behind a mask.
Yeah.
Really. Yeah.
And when it would help that much more if we could just be honest and share what we're feeling to all our friends, our family, and not feel that you're going to get that they won't understand, that you're the odd one out. Yeah.
So with that, like, what was it that helped you the most through your struggles with mental health?
Well, I found that what's helped me is just like picking up a guitar, singing through most of my life since I was a kid, like just using that as an outlet to really help me. Having a supportive family and friends, and I found a lot of support, emotional support from pets. And just like, because you don't have to say how you're feeling to them.
No, they sense it.
They can sense. Yeah.
Absolutely, they can sense it. So would you have any advice for someone that maybe is just starting to go through what you went through in the beginning?
Well, I would suggest actually reaching out to your friends and family and just sharing what you're feeling. And you may find that they have dealt with similar things. Reach out to a professional. Like, I've reached out to a therapist this year, been speaking with them for a couple months. And that's helped, I believe. Just, you could find that with talking with your friends as well.
Yeah, like support groups and stuff like that. Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't help when you just hold it in and you don't tell anybody. You're more likely to isolate, and not, like, you're gonna get worse if you don't tell anybody or don't just keep it to yourself, and it makes things worse.
Oh, absolutely it does. So if you had the chance, given what you know now, to speak to a 9-year-old version of you, what would you tell him?
I would tell him that it's okay to feel the way you do. It's okay that not a lot of people understand what you're experiencing. And you're not alone in this.
Well, that would be good. It kind of preps them for what's moving forward, right?
You can use these feelings as a strength. When you see another kid on the playground,
Yeah, so the other kid on the playground
who's by themselves.
Well, essentially, you can try to support them in the sense on just smiling, being a friend, giving a wave, whatever, right? Let them know that, like, hey, I'm here. How are you, kind of deal.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
I absolutely agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah, you could be the friend to them that, you never know, really. who you come across, if their story is similar to yours, and you just, you could connect on that.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's all, anyone who suffers with this type of issue, rather it's mental health, trauma, or addictions, they need a solid support system, right? And without that solid support system, there's very little that can actually be done, because it's one of those situations where for someone to help you, you got to help yourself, right? So you got to help yourself by actually speaking out, so people know and they can try to understand in order to guide you down the right path to help you. Whether it's a support group or an association or nonprofit or psychiatrist, counselor, whatever, right?
Yeah, it could take one person to just speak out about it, or just, in a positive way.
Yeah, and it's, in my experience anyway, I found people that are approachable and non-judgmental in regards to any of the topics seem to be people that you actually can talk to. I don't know if that's your opinion or not, but...
Yeah, I've found that.
Yeah.
That's the company I keep.
Well, you're a product of your environment, as I like to tell everybody, right? But the people you're around or live with you have a big part of how you're going to be every day, right? Negative environment, it tends to rub off. Positive environment rubs off.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. I think we all have a little bit of both, and we're trying to juggle that. But we try to balance our lives as best we can with who we're around. And
so who do you think, out of all your support system, who has been your rock throughout most of it? Like when you kind of hit one of those times where you're down on yourself and you're hurting a lot and you need to reach out to somebody, who is the person you tend to want to reach out to? You don't have to give a name or anything if you don't want to, but it's just...
Well, I would find support from my family or my friends that understand, because not all of my friends would understand that exact thing that I'm experiencing. Some may not even know. So I haven't felt that I could really confide with them. But definitely it's with the people that are closest to me.
That's good that you have that. So when it comes to mental health and stuff, what is it that you like to do other than music to help you?
Sometimes I'll sometimes I'll exercise. That could be helpful.
Yep.
Sometimes I'll still listen to music in the car, going for a drive, going for a walk, watching a good show that doesn't revolve around the topic, maybe listening to a podcast. Being creative in other ways, maybe drawing.
Okay.
Maybe even just keeping busy around the house. I'll just do stuff around the house, and or it'll be like this meditation kind of while you're doing things.
Yeah, like a Zen or something like that along those lines. Yeah, absolutely. So do you have any closing comments for anybody that may be watching out there that is inspired by your story?
Well, I think that it's important to talk about what you're experiencing, your feelings, your traumas, your addictions, and use that to, in a positive way, to express yourself, and yeah, just use it in a positive way, as find a good outlet, find a good focal point, and don't keep it in. No matter how old you are, no matter how young, reach out to people.
Okay, awesome. So I understand you're going to perform a couple songs for us, actually, on the show here, and it's pertaining to your trials and tribulations that you've faced throughout your life. Is there anything you want to say about the tracks that you've chosen?
Yeah, there's a couple tracks. The one track is Simpler Times. So it's my interpretation of how it would be nice if things are easier some days, when we're really like struggling and we think about all these things we have to do in a day, the financial aspects, the keeping ourselves together, and just wouldn't it be nice? Kind of saying that, you know, we all want it a little simpler sometimes.
Oh, absolutely.
And yeah, so the Simpler Times is about that. Crossroads is a bit deeper, and like getting to a crossroads in your life, and where you're just like, I'm stuck right here, and I don't know what to do right now, but I'm holding on, and I'm gonna get through it anyways.
Okay, awesome. Well, I look forward to hearing the tracks, and thank you very much for being on the show.
You're welcome.
And hopefully we'll start hearing these tracks everywhere in the next little while.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much all we have for this episode. We'll take you over to Mitch's performance here, and hopefully you all love it. Thank you for watching, folks.
every once in a while, we get to that place where we just think, wouldn't it be nice? And then we realize that's not how it goes. But it's okay. And here's my little song about that.
Wouldn't it be nice? Things were easier on us. Life was just the way we planned it. We got everything we wanted. We lived in simpler times. We lived in simpler times. Wouldn't it be nice? Didn't have to fight for